Howdy peeps, so we're doing well. So, it's funny how this thing works, isn't it? YouTube. I spent ages doing videos, years doing videos. Never really had a great deal of subscribers or views, and then recently, over the last few months, especially the video that I did last night, gets like the best part of 60 views within 24 hours. I can't explain these things. I can't. Anyway, one of the things I want to talk about in this video is something that a lot of, I guess, and maybe entertainment, manosphere content creators talk about, is this whole thing about energies, and usually making fun of women that go on about energies and vibrations and stuff like this. It's alright, okay. So, I think for the most part, it's about translating your mood, right? So, I'm sure a lot of you guys have been in a relationship and you break up and you go through all the emotions, right? You got the you're a bit down, you're a bit depressed, you're a bit angry, you're pissed off at yourself, that shit didn't work out, you're pissed off at the world, that shit didn't work out. Well, what is all of that? It's an energy. It's an energy from within. Now, I suppose taking the metaphorical RP, right? And I don't mean right piss, I mean red pill, right? Well, with that in itself is the potential energy, right? Or better known as PE, not physical exercise. Although it could become a physical exercise. Then you can turn that into a kinetic energy. You know, you start doing something about it. Maybe you start working on yourself, you start concentrating on your diet, you start hitting the gym, you know, whatever it is that you feel at that moment in time that you need to do in order to get through, to become better on the other side. Now realistically, this doesn't work for a lot of people. A lot of the time it seems to be, myself included, don't worry, it usually seems to be like a spark up or a flare of inspiration, or you know, you just want to keep your mind off of the usual bullshit, you know, the stuff that you might have been doing prior to the breakup happening or whatever. So yeah, you start thinking, right, well, I need to start eating better, I need to start going to the gym more, which it is all well and good, but you know, I suppose it depends why you're getting into it in the first place, right? I think what a lot of guys, in my opinion at least, make the mistake of, and this is something that I've seen other content creators, usually with the at whatever channel, which, you know, looking back, just on an aside, my very first channel name was actually What a Load Of, and it was only because I was going to respond to a comment in a video that was posted, who knows, 2003 or something like that. I didn't really want to create content back then, and I just thought, yeah, let's just have a bit of a sense of humour, and I just wanted to respond with as little as possible. So the channel name was What a Load Of, and I just wrote shit at the end of it because it's what I thought of this guy's opinion in his video. I can't even remember what it was about. It wasn't about going your own way or anything like that, or any of that kind of a topic. But yeah, this at whatever, and I find it really interesting actually when I get the little shorts videos. Well, we all get the little shorts videos crop up, and obviously, as I've said before, in the manosphere, a lot of these guys now, they're jumping in and, you know, they're making themselves out to be some sort of relationship guru. And one of the ones, and I want to have a pop at him as well, just because fuck you reasons, is this Jay Waller bloke, right? I don't know a great deal about him. I've seen a few of his stuff and like shorts videos, and I've seen him at whatever streams or whatever it is they do. And there's a couple of things that really sort of got me to thinking, but not in the way that he would want me to, I wouldn't have thought. One of the ones he was talking about, like, rich people don't cook. And it's like, no. He's like, oh yeah, why would I want to get in my G-Wagon and go down the elevator and then go down to the store and look for some food that I might want to cook and then come back and all this. And he's like, no, rich people don't cook, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, they just get an Uber Eats, right? Or whatever. And I'm like, it's because you can't cook, bro. You can't cook. That's why you have to get Uber Eats. You can't impress a chick with your culinary skills. All you can impress them with is your money. And your air quotes alpha mentality, in my opinion. But fuck it. It did make me laugh. But that's not to say that the guy's completely full of shit. He does say some good stuff too, right? Here's the bullshit sandwich coming, right? A layer of niceness, layer of bullshit, layer of niceness. Well, I'm going to do it the other way around. But the thing is, he does come up with some good, inspiring quotes. But the problem is, for most people, that is just going to be the observation of a potential energy, and for the most part, they won't make it into a kinetic energy. You know, something that is going to actually get traction, take motion, and get them to do something positive. A lot of the time, they're just thoughts that are going to fizzle out within a matter of weeks or months, or in some cases hours or days. Because that's just, you know, when people start realising you've got to put effort in to make yourself a better person or to work on yourself physically, the realism is most people aren't interested, and so they'll start finding themselves looking for excuses to not do the things that they need to do. That's just also part of the human condition, and again, I'm not going to make myself an exception to that rule because I'm not. Best intentions, right? Best intentions. But ultimately, when it comes down to this whole thing of understanding energies and being able to work with energies, and also with that, like, I'll also go in as far as talking about vibrations and stuff. When people say, oh yeah, you got a certain vibration about yourself, it's because you might be in a good mood and people can feel that vibration, right? But a lot of guys within the manosphere, they're just like, oh yeah, energies and all this shit. And there are a couple of content creators that do sort of like proper make fun of it in a comical way, not in a oh, I don't understand this shit. And it's like, no, you need to understand this shit, right? Because your vibration and your energies is going to be what people perceive of you. I've spoken before about being able to go into a crowded room and being able to shut them all up within a few split seconds. It's all to do with energies, transformation of energies, you know. Just saying. But, yeah. Back onto that. Keeping that motion of where you are wanting to go going forward. You know, whether it's working on yourself, on the physical, you start hitting the gym maybe a bit more. The thing is, truth be told, it doesn't necessarily have to be that. It just has to be things that, you know, you're going to be happy about doing. You know, it doesn't have to be working on yourself on the physical. You might buy yourself a car or a motorcycle and do work on that because it's something you find de-stressing. Maybe once upon a time, but I think for the most part that hasn't worked out for me. just because of the way I am, you know. You could argue for high blood pressure and a heart attack coming real soon, but, you know, just because general stress, you know, generally. But still, these vibrations and energies come from what make you happy, and people will pick up on when you're happy, when you're not happy, when you're down, when you're depressed, when you're angry. People see all this, you know. sometimes, pardon me, sometimes it can be written on your face, you know, you just might have a certain look, but that I find is a difficult one, because sometimes when I'm deep in thought, people often think I'm about to tear someone's head off, and it's like, no, I'm just thinking about something. It's just totally irrelevant. I've got this problem going on, and I'm trying to find a solution in my brain, you know, in my head. But that's just me. And maybe some of you guys might have that as well. You just sort of sat there and it's like, you all right? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Why? You look like you're about to do someone in. It's like, no, mate, I'm good. I'm just thinking about the best way to solve this problem that I've got. You know, like bikes not running properly or cars doing something, and you're trying to figure out a logical path, and it's just expression on your face, and other people misreading that. You know, again, you could argue that, well, maybe they have a negative thought pattern on the person that they are interpreting that from, but that's an aside as well. But digressing back to the whole RP and men going their own way thing, you know, I think it is important for most guys to have a hobby, you know, something that they enjoy doing. Avoid buying Ducatis if this is your case. You know, I'm just saying. I've had more problems with that, but we won't talk about that here, because I'll just get angry. Then you'll see the bad vibrations and bad energies that I have when it comes to Italian engineering. And just throw it in the bin, mate. just stop it. Yeah, you might they might make pretty cars and pretty bikes, but just fucking no. Just saying. That's my opinion based on my experiences. Just saying, fuck it, who cares? But no, you do have to have something that, you know, otherwise life seems pretty worthless otherwise. You know, a lot of people criticise, you know, the sort of gaming community, and, you know, as someone that's, you know, I've dedicated a lot of time to games from when I was younger to well into my adult life, even now not so much, but still, if it's something that you enjoy doing, then why not? What does it matter? You know, it's not time wasted as long as you're happy. But if you're coming away from spending however much time you spend on video games or whatever, if you are not happy within yourself because you realise that this is time you could have spent elsewhere on another project, on another hobby, or doing something else, you know, at least you've recognised it, and you're turning that potential energy into the higher possibility of a kinetic energy of doing something that might benefit you more greatly, other than chasing unicorns or trying to chase unicorns. I'm just saying, sometimes hobbies are a better option, you know, or pets are a better option. They tend to have a better temperament. I'm just saying. Anyway, that's all I got for this one. Thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoy the content, if you've liked the videos and so on. I don't often ask for that, but I figure since I'm getting more views and more likes at the moment, no, let's push the boat out a little bit. And also, as you can see, I got my bitch tits out again for you guys. So I don't know whether it's the RP MGTOW or whether it's I got my bitch tits out, but either way, right? Hope you enjoyed. Till the next one, stay cool, stay free. Peace out.